I thought I would start this video out right away here with a little outdoor patriotic home tour. It is such a beautiful day today. Let me hush up here for a second so you can hear the birds. It is a gorgeous day here in Virginia today, so I thought what better day to show you our home on the outside, all decked out for the patriotic. The only thing that we have not done is to put our buntings up, and we normally don't put our buntings up till around the 4th of July. So I will revisit this after we put the buntings up closer to the 4th of July. But for now, we have put the wreath that I made in the last video up on the front door. We put another wreath I made over here on the light post. You can see we always have the American flag flying right there. And I have some other flags flying that are not what I spoke about the other day in my video. That flag has not come yet, so when it does come I will show that to you. But we're just going to take a trip up here. I am on my scooter today, not because I'm feeling bad, just because I have a long driveway and I don't want to overtax myself. I am much better, but still not perfectly wonderfully fine. So we are going to scooter it up here a little bit and we'll go on down the sidewalk, and I will show you what we've done to mostly the front porch, but some of the stuff in the flower bed too. For those of you who don't know, we custom built this home 10 years ago now. It'll be 10 years old this coming November. And we worked with a builder that built homes in our neighborhood. This house sits on a Union encampment from the Civil War. And this is very hallowed ground here, and we treat it as such. We feel very lucky that we are here, and we worked long and hard to have this, and you know, we hope to be here another couple of decades. We're hoping, you know, if our health holds out and we can manage it, at least another decade, because we just built that pretty pool that you'll see some pictures of here when I get in the house and talk to you about our Memorial Day weekend with our grandson Maverick. So but anyway, this home is got a main floor master, and that's why we went ahead and built it in our 50s, when we were in our 50s, and we love it, and we feel very lucky and fortunate to have it, although it was worked hard for. You know. So you can see there are, I don't know whether you can see it or not. When we get up closer, you'll be able to see I have lights in all of the windows. Folks left at home would put one lone candle in a window to help light their soldier's way home. And I'm thinking, since we are on Civil War ground, that is apropos to do here in our home. And actually we have what was called the holiday light package. All of the lights in the windows are ganged together onto one switch, and I can turn them all off and on with one switch in the house. Also, Chris has put up lights, spotlights, pathway lights, and wash lights up. And if I can insert a couple of pictures of the house at night, I'll do that right here so you can see how it looks at night. Isn't it pretty? I'll tell you, it is so pretty at night, very subtly lit. So all right, let's scooter on up here and we will head down the sidewalk in just a second, and I'll show you everything. We live on 4.3 acres of land. We do have neighbors. We live in a cul-de-sac, and we do have neighbors on either side of us, but there's nobody behind us. And actually the builder gave Chris stakes and big measuring tapes, and he came out here. My husband is an engineer, and he came out here and situated the house so that when you're looking out the windows of the house, you really don't see the neighbors, and they really can't look into our house. So I was very appreciative of the builder allowing Chris to do that and to, you know, situate the house the way he wanted it situated. Okay, here we go as we start up the up the sidewalk. We really don't have any flowers out here this year because I'll be honest with you, we've been out at our pool and Chris did not want to have to worry about having to come out here and water flowers. As you can see, his lawn looks absolutely gorgeous. There you go, look back down the driveway. Absolutely gorgeous. He's got quite the green thumb. You'll see clematis up here, and he did just trim back these skip laurels. He's not crazy with how they're coming back, so I'm not sure if he will end up replacing those or what he's going to do. Anyway, here we go, our first little patriotic decoration. This is a wreath that I made, I believe, last year, We the People, with that pretty kind of Americana ribbon on a deco mesh wreath. I love it. So that will hang out here pretty much at least until after the 4th of July and through part of July. And then I may switch things out for the, the rest of the summer until we go for fall. And then we have a little garden flag. That's sure seen better days, but it's okay. And then this is where that other flag that we have coming will go. But I love this one. We got this at a store down in Williamsburg, Virginia, I believe, called Snow and Ice. And I love that with the little rocking chair, the flag, the geraniums, and the cardinal. I love it. And then it looks like, I love this flag. I think it's super pretty. Then, I forgot to change out my gazing ball. Usually have a red gazing ball out here for this time of year. We will switch that out. It's kind of in the midst of all of the foliage there. Then we coming up here, we have another little flag and all of Chris's beautiful clematises. Look how gorgeous they are, you guys. So pretty. And then this little flag. So pretty. And then an America pick. And then as we come over here, Stacy, my cousin, got me this long sign holder, and I just got that sign off of Amazon. I'm gonna get off of here and we'll walk up to the porch. Let me turn around and look first. There's the wreath that I made just the other day. It looks really pretty on there. I'm super happy with how that worked out. And it's large and in charge, and I love it. I just have an old tricycle plant stand here that's in wrought iron. It's seen better days too, but you know what? I've seen better days. So it's okay. We can still dress it up, right? Flowers. So I have just these red, white, and blue roses, some flags, and other patriotic looking things. Then this stand I got from Williamsburg, and these felt signs, also from Williamsburg, the Williamsburg Pottery years and years ago. That is a funky bow topper that I had made for something else that I pulled out of a bin and just brought out here and tied on there. Then the pillow covers and the cushions, I believe, came from Amazon. And I just switch my covers out. I don't switch my pillow forms out all the time. I just switch my pillow covers. And then just a flag there and a welcome, patriotic welcome sign there. And a little Uncle Sam, old, he's old. Couple of flags in the milk cans that were my grandmother's. Just a little hummingbird rug. And then over here, I used to have a beautiful red lantern that I had here for years and years. And we finally had to throw it away. It had been sitting out here for the whole 10 years we've been in here. And after Christmas, we just finally said, it's bitten the dust. So we brought this big Hooten creamy white lantern that I've had for years. And inside of it is just a cherry blossom tree of all things that lights up, that Chris has plugged in for me, and we've just got that. It's going to be really pretty at night. And then this is just an old bow topper that I had with fern and so on, that I had on the red lantern down here. But I'm sad we had to get rid of that red lantern, but we had to. And then this wreath that I made the other day. And I am really happy. You can get the over the door wreath hanger at, and I have them linked in my Amazon shop, so you can look there. I'll try to remember to put one in my patriotic box too. And yeah. that's it, y'all. That is it for our patriotic decor out here on the front porch. I love it. Love it. So, alrighty, I'm going to head on into the house and get seated somewhere in there, and I'm going to tell you all about our Memorial Day weekend with our precious grandson Maverick and the kids. Tell you all about it. All right, be right back in just a second. Hi everyone, Arlynn here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner. How in the world are you guys doing today? It is so good to see you again, and thank you so much for stopping back by to see what I'm up to. And what I'm up to today is I'm sitting here out at the pool. I thought this would be a good place to set up. I wanted to let you know that I actually recorded the footage that you just saw yesterday. I tried to split this video up into two days, me recording 2 days, because I'm fixing to come out here and spend some time with Chris after I'm done recording here. And I just thought this would be a nice, pretty, serene, if you will, place to do a video. I got the pool behind me. This is new this year. For those of you who don't know, Chris and I just had this installed this year, and this is our first year to use the pool. And then here is our patio that was already existing. The steps were not existing, but you can see that the patio was, all that upper patio was already existing. You can see Chris has got the awning out, and yeah, it's a nice outdoor space that we have created here, you guys, and I am so happy with this space, and I'm glad that we went ahead and sunk the money into doing this. This was a chunk of change, I'll be honest with you guys. It was. I'm not going to go into all that, but it was well worth it to have this. And one of the reasons that we wanted to build this was because of our grandson Maverick, and to give our girls a safe haven in which to come. You know, everybody can come here. They can just relax. They can just put their feet up. They can just, you know, we don't have to do anything special. We can just hang out, you know. Chris has rigged up one of our Echo Dots. He's pulls that out that goes with Alexa, you know, and so we had music playing out here, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful. So both girls and Maverick came over the weekend. Candace and Maverick got here on Friday evening, and they pulled in here later because Candace had work to do. She works from home most of the time. And, you know, work gets crazy, as it always does. And they pulled in here, I don't know, about 6-ish, about that. So we had a light dinner, and then we just played Play-Doh, and we played inside. We didn't even bring Maverick out here on Friday evening. We were like, no, let's not go there, you know. It was chillier that evening, but we knew Saturday was going to be a beautiful day, and it was. So Kristen came on Saturday morning to join us, and here she came with a bundle of goodies for Maverick. Honest to Pete, she is, I just can't even tell you. Both of my girls are the most giving beings on this planet, you guys. They just would give their, you know, right arm for anybody who needed it. And here came Kristen with sorting a whole little bin of just toys that Maverick could spill out and dump out. He kept saying, I'm going to dump it. Okay, go ahead, dump it, you know. And she had all kinds of little figurines, mostly under the sea, if you will, figurines, and little horses and little flowers and all of this stuff that he loves to sort. And she said the way he sorts right now already is as good as her kindergarteners would do, you know. And I'm like, well, that doesn't surprise me. He's a bright little boy, you guys. So when he went to sort this stuff, he loved it. You know, we would say, does this go under the sea? Yes, he'll say, or no. So we put that to one side, and he did all the sorting himself. So he must have dumped that little container that she brought him, oh my goodness, I can't even tell you, 10, 15 times, and was sorting through that. He loved it. That was his favorite thing. But she also brought games where he could count like the seeds in the watermelons. You know, it was a counting weekend. That's what he was working on all weekend, or she was working on with him, counting 1 to 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, and what does a 1 look like, and what does a 2 look like, and what does a 3 look like? She had a little blotter, like a big go blotter kind of thing that, you know, he had to match the number 5 with 5, and then he had to dot 5 dots. All kinds of cute little games that she had printed off for him and thought about all week because she knew she was coming. So she had just collected all the stuff and brought him all these sweet little things for him to do. So Maverick and Kristen worked together a lot. I worked with Maverick a lot. And then, of course, we all swam and had a wonderful time together here in the pool. And these pictures probably aren't in any kind of order. I'm just kind of showing you the pictures. And yes, I did show you one of me in my bathing suit. I could trade in my arms, please. I really do not like my arms, but you know what? I would have never shown myself in a bathing suit ever anywhere in any picture. So for me to do that, you guys, is a big deal. That's a big deal for me to say. It is more about Maverick than it is about me and how I look at a picture. You know what? And I don't look wonderful. I look okay. I look better than I would have a year ago. But as I said, I've really been working on myself. And I'm going to get more into this next week when I talk about my weight loss. I'm going to get more into, you know, how I have really been working on myself physically, emotionally, and every way. So, but anyway, as you can see, we had a wonderful time. I had a big time here. Chris was shucking corn. So Maverick now knows how to shuck corn. And Candace put Pearl on, Pearl Girl is what Maverick calls their dog, Pearl. And so it was just a wonderful, wonderful weekend with both girls and Maverick. And we just had a wonderful, wonderful time. And, you know, there's nothing more important to me than family, you guys. Nothing more important. Nothing takes precedence over, you know, God and family, and then everything else, you know? So I'm trying to think. We made s'mores. As you probably saw the pictures, I'm talking over, as you know, I have more talking than I do pictures probably, but we did make s'mores. I got this little s'more maker that I'll go ahead and put in my Patriotic box. And it was cute because we don't really have a fire pit that you can start a fire in around here. So I got the s'mores maker. We do have a table that has a fire pit feature to it, but I didn't want to dip marshmallows into the stones and stuff that are in there. So I went ahead and got this. It wasn't expensive from Amazon, and we had gotten, you know, Hershey bars and a graham crackers and marshmallows, and he loved the process. Maverick did. He did not care for the final taste. I said, "You want to take a bite?" And he's like, "No." I said, "You sure? Come on, Gigi will take a bite. You want to take a bite?" No. I said, okay. But he loved putting them together, and he loved holding the, you know, of course I had my hand under his so that he didn't get anywhere close to the heat of that, you know, and we were right there with him, and he had a big time doing that. So, you know, you don't have to do fancy things with little children. Just time, you guys, just time, the time spent with him. That's important, you know, time for him to get to know his Papa and Gigi, you know, and that is so important to Chris and myself. You know, when I was growing up, I always had my grandparents around. Shucks, my grandparents lived right down the street from one another. I could run out of one grandparent's door, run down the street, and go into the other grandparent's house, you know. And our kids, when they were little, had their grandparents around all the time. So we want to be sure to be around for Maverick, that he knows us and that he knows he has another, you know, place to come to have fun and you know, and it doesn't have to have a pool. We didn't have a pool for the first 2 years of his life, but we still spent time with him. And you know, anyway, Kristen went home Saturday evening. Candace and Mav stayed the night. And, you know, we're here on Sunday, and then we went out to Longhorn on Sunday for lunch, and then she went ahead and took him home on Sunday afternoon. So, I mean, that was just, we just had a wonderful weekend, full of family, full of love, full of games, full of fun times, full of memories, memory-making times, you guys, memory-making times, you know? So, then that's it. That's all we did. And then Monday I did my wreath. As I was sitting in Gigi's chair, in the family room there on Sunday evening, feeling like I was just about comatose because we were tired. I'll tell you, we were tired. It was a good tired, but we were tired, you know. And I was sitting there thinking, oh, I want to make that patriotic wreath, but oh my goodness, I just don't know whether I'm going to have the energy to do it tomorrow. And I went ahead and did it, as you guys saw, and it worked out so pretty. So everything in our lives right now is just wonderful, you guys. I cannot tell you how much joy little Maverick brings to Chris and myself. And yes, we're still going to be doing traveling. We're going to be traveling coming up here pretty soon. And, you know, we will continue to travel as much as we can, you know, but we like to take each day as it comes, take it one day at a time, each day as it comes. Again, I have like 50 more pounds or more that I want to lose, and I cannot be worried whether I get it off by the time we go to Alaska, or by the time the summer ends, or by the time Christmas gets here, or by the time, you know, I don't put that pressure on myself anymore. I just try to get up every day and enjoy that I am able to put my feet on the floor from my bed and get up and walk through my day, literally walk through my day, and feel good about what is happening in a day. So anyway, I'm just having a little sermon here, aren't I? But anyway, that's all I wanted to bring to you. So I guess I'll end my video, and that'll be it for the videos this week, you guys. This will be the last video of this week. As I said, next week I will be bringing you an indoor home tour and of my patriotic decor. Not that you haven't seen it, but I like to show it all in one fell swoop there for you guys. And then later on next week, probably Wednesday or Thursday, I will sit down and do a chit-chat video and tell you about my weight loss journey and about my thoughts and feelings about this journey. I know I have another video out there where I was doing a weight loss journey too, but this one is a little different. This one is a little different. So I will tell you everything. You guys have been calling for that, so I will be sure to let you know. I know I get at least 2 or 3 questions per video about my weight loss, so have no fear. I will be bringing you that video next week, later on in the week. And then my channel will go quiet for a little while, and then I'll be back, and I don't know what we'll do. But anyway, all right, I'm going to close for now and say thank you all so much for stopping in here today. Please do subscribe. My numbers have stopped again. They're not doing anything. Do check your subscription for those of you who have been subscribed for years. Would you mind please taking a peek and making sure you're still subscribed? I've had a couple tell me that they somehow got unsubscribed. So if you would check your subscription, make sure you're still subscribed. Subscribe if you haven't. It's free. It's free to do. And I would really appreciate it. It really helps me out. Hit that subscribe button and hit the like. Click the like and then click the notification bell and then click all when the drop-down window comes up. Thank you in advance. Thank you in advance for all of your sweet comments. And with all that said, I'll just say, for those of you who might be struggling or suffering with a catastrophic illness or chronic pain, I hope that you have someone there with you, taking care of you, helping you get through each day, making the very, very best out of each day. I hope there's nothing weighing on your minds or your hearts, pulling your attention away from where you want it to be or from where it should be. I love y'all to bits, to bits, to bits. Hugs all around, and I keep you in my thoughts and my prayers every single day. And with all that said, stay tuned for a little video collage set to patriotic music there of the outdoor decor. But with all that said, I'll just say until next time, y'all take good care. Have a great weekend. God bless America, and God bless y'all. Bye-bye.